In all of the Forgotten Realms, there has never been another dwarf quite like Jim Bob Johansson. Hey, that's me. A fearless dwarf from the south, he has been on many adventures throughout the Forgotten Realms. He has come across different creatures, monsters, and what he calls little critters. He brings to you now some of his adventures where he will showcase some of the critters of the Forgotten Realms. Brought to you by Knights of the Braille. Hey everybody, my name's Jim Bob Johansson. That's me. And I've been asked by the folks there at Knights of the Braille to carry you out on some adventures and hunting some critters. So we're going to call this here show Crittering. So let's see what we can get into today. I'm out here in the wilds of the Forgotten Realms. We're looking for some critters to tell y'all about. We're in the plains of Shar here, and we're rumored that there's an infestation of the badger. Now, the badger is a funny little creature, but can be very, very angry if you tick him off really good. Now, more specifically, we've been told that there's a den of them in Chandlewood, which is where we find ourselves right now. Now, these here little badgers, they're little funny looking creatures, but you got to be very careful with them. Because like I said, they can get pissed off really easy. Now they have a dark vision of up to 30 feet, and what that means is they can see in the dark. You know, whenever it's like dark outside, they can still see. They're really easy to hit and really easy to kill if you can catch them. But that's the problem, it's catching these here little creatures. That's why we've gone to Chandlewood to hopefully get some of them in the den. Now, we don't specifically want to kill any creatures on here, but we want to describe them to you in their natural habitat. Now, looking up these here critters, it's noted that they can smell exceptionally well. So you've got to be careful, people, that you take your baths once every couple of weeks, or else that body odor thing, they'll be able to smell you. Now we're downwind of this here den hole in hopes that we can see one sneaking out. We're gonna hope that these little things don't come out and bite us here. And walking up here closer to where, like a little cave entrance right here between a few rocks. Now as you can see right here, you can see where there's a bunch of little tracks that have gone in and out of here, how the needles of these here pine trees are disturbed a little bit, and there's some remnants of a meal right here. Some scraps of little birds and some feathers and things. Now, we got to be really careful and hope that the wind doesn't... Okay, the wind has just changed here. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but... Oh, there comes one out right now. I'm going to climb up on this here rock right here, and I'm going to stand right here and squat over it as it's looking out, and you can see it right there. Like, kind of make like a little squeaking kind of sound. Let's see, I got this here stick right here. I'm gonna see what happens whenever I poke him with this here stick. I'm reaching out right. Oh, that really pissed him off right there. I poked him right there in the bunghole. there's more of them coming out here. And they are definitely pissed off here, peoples. I'm gonna get out of here. Ow! 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 Ow!
Hello, r/blind. Have you ever wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons? Well, Knights of the Braille has a Discord server. Simply click the link below to join. We host sessions for new players. No site? No problem. We have accessible character sheets and dice rolling apps. We make it easy so that anybody can play. Join Knights of the Braille today.
I got away from them there critters. They are definitely pissed off. Whew. But luckily we find ourselves in their little den here that's got lots of little tunnels leading off of it, but thankfully since I'm a dwarf we can get down some of these here tunnels and I can see in the dark. I got 60 feet of dark vision to their little 30 little ugly little furry striped creatures. Next time I come across some of them, I'm going to show them what's for. I mean, they took my stick and everything. Oh, but here we're on the lookout for another creature here in the Forgotten Realms that can be very useful to dwarves and miners and other people that most of them that don't have dark vision can really use these here critters. They're called the fire beetle, but we're more specifically here looking for the giant fire beetle, which means it's not as small as a small fire beetle. Now, these little beasts are what you would consider tiny, although they can grow up to like 60 pounds. That's a heavy beetle, you know. But you got to be very careful here because they're in what a lot of people don't want to go in the Underdark. Now, we're underground here in the woods, in the cave system here. They have very, very good light sources with it. It's from the sacks, like right behind their jaw area. Sometimes you can find them in dark forests, so just be on the lookout. You'll be able to tell them by their lights that they give off. Now, these here giant fire beetles, they're be what you call nocturnal, which means that they're out at night. Now, they get their name, like I said, from the two glowing glands right there at their mouth area. And their little light sacks, that's what I'm going to call them, because that's a lot easier for me to say. They shed light for 10 feet in fairly bright light, and then it gets a little dimmer the further it goes out. So you can see there for a total of 20 feet. And once you kill one of these here giant fire beetles, which is what most people do, some of them will shed light for up to 6 days. Now that's a long time, and people that go into the mines can have these for a long while. Now these creatures, they think that they'd be hard to kill, but they're not really, which is, why so many people go after them for their, I think I hear them, their, badgers again. Well, let's keep on walking down this here tunnel here, and up here. Okay, here we go. We have a bunch of them up here. Oh, here's a big one. It's about 20 pounds, and he's wagging his little mandible things at me, and evidently he has spotted me, and that stands to reason because they can see it for up to 30 feet. Oh, and he's coming after me, and they're surrounding me here. What's going on here? I'm just trying to get you guys on TV. All with your red carapaces, and they're waving antennas, and I bet you there's probably 30 or 40 of them here. Well, let me see if I can.
Ever worry that an assassin is gonna sneak into your window?
Yes,
that they've been watching you as you sleep peacefully in your bed? Maybe that they're gonna slide in, slit your throat while you're dreaming?
Or perhaps you've come across a cleric who needs to make an urgent sacrifice to his god of death more specifically, to appease Myrtle himself. Perhaps it's time for you to go.
And get your own life insurance. The Sasuke and Lil life insurance to protect you from any poisonings, beheadings,
Or throat slitting, or dagger to the heart,
or
disembowel.
disembowel.
Yes.
Exactly. See, we think alike, we work alike. That's because we are pretty much alike. So make sure that you send your raven to
The nearest mausoleum. Just write down that Lil and Sasuke sent you.
because guess what, my friend? We may be seeing you. Okay, I think I got away from them. Although I hope they can't smell blood, because one of them got me pretty good right there on the bottom of my leg and my calf. A little bit of a limp going on. Whew, right here, I found this here stream that, let's see. Speaking of streams and aquatic environments here, there's a little known tiny beast called the Quipper. You can find them, like I said, in most aquatic regions, whether it be a stream or a river, some brooks, and some ponds even have some. They can weigh anywhere from 8 to 60 pounds, and they're kind of like a fish-looking creature with very sharp teeth. They're really easy to kill if you get across them, unless they're in a swarm. Now, they are a carnivorous creature that can see in the dark for up to 60 feet. Now, they do tend to go into a blood frenzy and create a swarm of them if there's enough around to create a swarm. But they will go into a blood frenzy and then begin to attack you without mercy. Like I said, they don't really have scales, but they are a carnivorous fish which has skin on it instead. And they can be very, very vicious. Their bite has been known to rip flesh off of the bone. And right here, I'm just going to wash off my leg here. Let's see if I can look at what... Oh, I'm going to walk out here into the water just a little bit here. And I think I do see one that's coming up to me here. Oh, he's licking my leg. Ow! You son of a... You mother... If you... Ow! Everybody, there's a bunch more coming here, so, be sure to tune in next time, and who knows, you might have another... Ow! There comes the badgers and the fire beetles. What am I going to do? I got to get out of here. See ya! Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Jim Bob's Critters.